No, don't. Obamacare is a giant misery potato. A massive failure you can create 1,000 horrible meals from. The latest, a top hacker revealed he could break into the Obamacare website in mere minutes. A warning to all who use it. So even the security sucks. No surprise. Obamacare has created more disasters than Irwin Allen. Nobody remembers him. How ironic that something that should enhance your health puts it at risk. If smoking comes with a warning, why shouldn't Obamacare? President Obama doesn't want his son playing football. Well, none of us want our sons on Obamacare. I bet even Pajama Boy's mom is worried sick over him. So faced with this mess, we hear Democrats say this is why we need a single-payer system, meaning this is so bad it should only be forced on those who can't say no. It makes the emergency room look like the Ritz-Carlton. So while they rail on about income inequality, they'll force the 99% onto crappy plans, while the very rich will fund concierge medicine. Boiled down, when we were taken over by big government, only the very rich can afford to opt out. A communist diplomat never lived life as a communist. He still got all those Western products and the best medicine available while advocating a system that provides none to the miserable population. It's a system abandoned by countries after decades of suffering, yet our White House sees that as the good old days. So before I go to you, Andrea, I want to just play this sound on tape of the hacker David Kennedy talking about the website insecurity.
I don't understand how we're still discussing whether or not the website is insecure or not. It is. There's no question about that.
It is insecure.
It is insecure, absolutely 100%.
Now, Andrea, I stole your metaphor. Okay, thank you. About how he thinks football's dangerous, but somehow this isn't. With this news, would you want your medical records under the care of the government?
Oh, absolutely not. But isn't this the goal all along?
Yeah.
Liberals have always wanted to get their paws all over our health records because then they can control us. They can control cost. It's definitely not a secure website. If you look at the questions you have to ask, salary information, social security number, yeah, this is, I don't think we've seen the worst of this yet. And it's really hurting people who aren't completely poor because they can go on Medicaid, and you're seeing that those enrollments tick up. It's the people that are making the $30,000, the $40,000 that aren't eligible for the subsidies that are going to end up not getting health coverage because they're not going to want to pay the increased premium. So the people he said he was going to help, this actually does the opposite.
Yeah. Let me take exception with you when you said lousy plan. The lousy insurance plans were before Obamacare. These things, they may cost way too much. I understand that. But they are much better. They have pre-existing conditions. They have all kinds of things. The insurance plans that were out there before for middle and lower middle income people were terrible.
Then why did
I can go on maternity leave now, Bob. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get pregnant.
If they were so terrible, if they were so lousy before, why did Jay Carney want to reinstate them?
Because we had to have something as a bridge.
Oh.
We had to have something for a bridge. There's 6,500,000 people who don't have plans as of right now. But those plans on Obamacare, by the way, for the capitalist system, for the insurance companies, who have all of our plans, by the way, on their computers, everything about us. And if you want to trust them, that's fine. But I would just say this: I don't see how anything's lousy about the plans that are being offered versus what was offered before.
All right, I just want to go to Eric. Doesn't it show that you have to have a vested interest in a project? Like if Obamacare were a company, the stockholders would be furious.
They would throw him out. They would fire him. This interview was fascinating with on Fox News Sunday. This guy, David Kennedy, tells about it took him 4 minutes he didn't even have to break in. He just kind of opened the analogy he uses, if the car was sitting there, he just opened the door. He didn't take anything out. He said he looked at 70,000 files. He had access to hundreds of thousands, if not millions of files within 4 minutes. And he said the reason why is because the thing was slapped together so quickly that no one just figured out a way to put security on it all. He said it's an absolute Swiss cheese of insecurity on all of our information. It can be fixed, but there are millions of people who have their information on there right now.
Well,
bad news. Bad news.
Dan, the thing that drives me nuts is you have extremely rich liberals selfish in the notion that they can push this, yet they never have to use it. So it's
That's the same. It's the same with tax policy.
Yeah.
It's basically, if you know that you're going to be able to fund the doctor of your choice,
right,
then you can be altruistic and say that everyone else should fund things like Medicaid. Medicaid is a necessary thing in America, but it is really. It needs a major overhaul.
You know what needs a major overhaul? Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons actually recently came out in favor of Obamacare and did a little dance to get people to sign up, and we're going to show it to you.
for saying be flexible about your health insurance options. Get covered. Hashtag
COVERED.
get
Covered for
covered.
you and me. These are all copyrighted movements.
I'm going to take it down to your level.
Why does your mouth have to be... Oh, my...
Thank God he has health
Okay,
insurance.
all right, guys.
Because he's really freaking down the house.
That may be the only thing that matches Obamacare in absolute disgustingness.
Wasted money.
Yeah, wasted money. Well, I don't know if that was. I don't know who paid for that, but
Covered California.
Yeah, covered
No.
California.
Oy vey.
And the
Speak
target
for
audience
yourself.
is younger people.
All
Speak
right.
for yourself. It made me want to sign up.
Y'all keep hanging your hats on the failure of this thing. You want it to fail, it ain't going to fail.
All right.